what is up? Today I want to talk about my car and just dealing with car mechanics and just spending thousands of dollars on my car, which really pissed me off because my trust level for car mechanics is just dramatically down now. And I really do not want to take my car to mechanics if I can. And I'm going to talk about today, and I hope I can save you money as a result. So my name's Tony. I'm a single dad of two, and I'm just talking about my journey as a single dad. So first, I have a 2011 Toyota Camry. It has over 200,000 miles. So obviously there's gonna be problems. And all of a sudden, my car died at my kids' school when I went to go drop them off. And so I took my car to a nearby mechanic, highly rated car mechanic. Like, they had great ratings. I think they had over 1,000 reviews. So, also I thought that it was gonna be a really good thing. And so they did fix my car. They did replace the alternator and some other things, which of course cost $1,000. And I thought my car was good to go. But then like a few weeks later, my car died again. And I was like, what the hell? So once again, I got the car towed, bring it back to the car mechanic. And now they're giving me a lot of different reasons on why it was messing up. Like they can't really even figure out what was going on. And I was like, didn't y'all just fix my car? Why is my car not working? Why is it not turning on? And so I was just really super pissed. And I don't know what they did, but my car was able to turn on again. I don't know what they did. And luckily they didn't make me pay that time. But I still took my car to another mechanic. Once again, highly rated, over 1,000 reviews. And I took my car over there again. And I said, hey, my car, it's for whatever reason, is starting and stopping and starting and stopping. Like sometimes it turns on, sometimes it doesn't. And this guy was giving me a whole different solution on what was going on. And keep in mind, I had to pay for inspection. And inspection is like over $150. So he was giving me a different solution from the past mechanic. I was like, why y'all give me a different answer for my car? Like, do y'all know what's wrong with my car? Like, is it that hard to figure out? What's going on? And I was like, okay, let me just get a third eyeball on my car. So once again, I took it to another nearby mechanics. Once again, highly rated on Google reviews with over thousands of reviews. And this fool charged me twice for two different inspections. I guess they were checking the front and they were checking the bottom, and that counts as two different inspections. And this fool charged me $300. I was pissed, man. And once again, this mechanic gave me different solutions from the past two mechanics. I was like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all like purposely trying to milk me for all my money? And that's what it felt like. And maybe that was what they were doing, because, when you bring the car in, you give them their phone number and they send you a quote type of stuff. And they can see they recommend this, they can recommend that, they recommend this. So like, they're just trying to make me pay for everything. And I'm like, no, I just want to get my car to start working. Like, make it work, make it turn on consistently. And I was just super pissed that day because after the third mechanic, I had to pay twice for an car inspection, which was over $300. And my trust for mechanics that day was just all the way down. And it still is to this day all the way down. Like, I have not taken my car to mechanics for over a year now. And so what happened was, once again, I started driving my kids, and I parked in front of the apartment where I was dropping off them at the bus stop. And lo and behold, of course, my car did not want to turn on. I was like, God damn it, my car, why are you doing this to me now? All right. And it was in front of someone's house. So I gave him the courtesy. Like, I knocked on the door and asked him, hey, I'm sorry, my car is stalled in front of your house. I just want to let you know. And luckily he was really cool about it. So then I went back to my car, and of course it did not turn on. I tried to turn on the key. It did not turn on. And once again, I was just getting really frustrated, getting really mad, because I spent thousands of dollars trying to fix my car to begin with, and it's still having problems. And so that's when I started using ChatGPT, and I started asking it, like, give me all the reasons why my car is not starting. Give me every single reason. And so I think I was like testing everything. I was looking at the battery. I was trying to turn the car. I was using pedal and accelerator. I was basically just trying everything to make it work. And then it told me to get a wrench or something hard and hit the starter within the hood to make the car run and see if that worked. And lo and behold, it freaking worked. I think I got a hammer. I went back to my apartment and get a hammer because I didn't have nothing hard in my car. And I hit the starter and my car started. It was insane. And I was so happy about that because, once again, like AI, I fell in love with AI because I thought it was amazing. And now this just made me like AI even more. And what's so cool about ChatGPT even told me like, hey, because the car is fixed, it doesn't mean that this is a full solution. You still need to go replace the starter because that just means that something's wrong with the starter. I was like, oh shit. So now I got to go buy a new starter. So it tell me where to go to buy the starter. It tell me how to fix the starter. It tell me how to replace it by myself. And that's exactly what I did. I fixed my starter all by myself. I had gloves. I got the right bolts and the right screws. And I replaced it myself. It was a really fun, DIY type of project. I absolutely loved it. It was so fun. And it saved me thousands of dollars. Because once again, the mechanics, all three of them were trying to charge me thousands of dollars to fix my car, even though they all gave me different solutions. And while AI told me to buy, I think it was like $200 parts. And my friend also told me about that website. I think it's called Rock Auto. And I bought a starter and it only cost me $200. And I fixed it within maybe like 2 hours of just researching on how to change it out and stuff like that. And it's like, boom, now my car starts. That's what's crazy about it. Now my car starts. And I was just frustrated because I was wondering like if the car mechanic was purposely leaving it out or they were just doing a terrible job of inspecting my car. I don't know. I just felt like they were definitely milking me from trying to take all my money away. And then another example is my battery. So I did install a touchscreen on my 2011 base Camry, and I also installed a backup camera. And so I think there's something called a parasitic draw where, the battery is used up more because of these new electronics that I installed. And for whatever reason, the mechanics cannot figure that out as well. Like they cannot tell that my battery was dying faster or that my battery was in bad health. And I even took it to Auto Parts because Auto Part has free checking, and even they couldn't figure out what was going on. But now I'm a huge fan of O'Reilly Auto Parts. They have saved me a lot of money on the mechanics because they found out that it was my battery that was bad. Why the other mechanics and the other auto parts can figure out, I have no idea. So the first thing they do is just check if the alternator is the reason why the car's not working. And so they do that first and it passed. But then when they checked the battery, then the battery was in bad health. So I was like, so it was the battery the whole time? The battery was bad? And so once we replaced it, boom, the car is working really good again, right? And I think ever since then, because of that, like because I didn't have to pay for no inspection, the inspection was free, and they helped me choose the battery, they helped me install it as well. I was like, oh man, O'Reilly, they have saved my car, right? So even this recently, I had to replace the battery again, and I replaced it for free because I was still under warranty. And once again, O'Reilly, they stepped in, they did everything for me, and I was like, this is awesome, right? I didn't have to pay for anything because it's still under warranty, and they uninstall and install the new battery. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So huge fan of O'Reilly. I think going forward, if my car doesn't turn on for whatever reason, I'm going to go get the battery checked first at O'Reilly. Like that's the first thing I'm going to do. And not take it to these mechanics, man. I swear to God, these mechanics are trying to milk me for all my money. Or just, even though they had great ratings and everything like that, because I do put a lot of trust in the Google reviews. But now I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever I can do to avoid the mechanics as much as possible will help. So some of the things that I'm doing now is every single 6 months, I get an oil change for a high mileage oil change. So I get that one specifically from Take Oil 5. I replace the engine filter and cabin filter once a year. Every 6 months, I also use something called a clean fuel. I think it's called injection. And that's supposed to help to clean the fuel and keep it clean. I also because my car is old now, it does burn oil a bit faster. So I bought a high mileage, what's it called? Lucas oil. And every time I check my oil, and if it's low, I just replace it with that high mileage oil, and it works great. And then what else? Oh, I also have a NOCO, so I think it's called NOCO, battery charger. So like this is something that you could do on your own. Because last time I had to like ask my sister to help me jump start my car, but now I could do it on my own. It costs like $200. But it's a lifesaver because it gives you that extra little bolt you need for your battery, so you could drive it far enough to the auto shop to get a replacement, right? So I highly recommend you get a NOCO. I think it's what it's called. A battery charger is lifesaver. So those are some of the things I'm doing right now. But yeah, I've lost all trust in my mechanics, but it did teach me to do it on myself. Keep in mind, I'm not like a huge car person. Like I just want my car to work and go from A to B. That's all I needed to do. I don't need no fancy stuff in my car or fancy things installed in my car. I just want it to work. And so my point is, try to figure it out yourself. What is wrong with your car? Use AI, give it all the context you need of why it's not working, what's going on, and just try everything it is, right? Because I'm telling you, man, these mechanics are gonna charge you thousands of dollars. They're gonna want to charge you thousands. Even if you have a coupon, it still costs a shit ton of money, right? So, and like the last thing I wanna do is buy a new car. I hate loans. I don't need a car. Once again, I just need a car to go from A to B. I don't need a fancy car. I don't care about upgrading to a Tesla or anything fancy. I don't need fancy stuff in my life, right? Like I just want a simple car that works. And if I could avoid a car loan, like I don't want to be paying $500, $600. I need all that money for myself and for my kids. I don't need to spend on any other crap. So yeah, that's my story of just, I think I really despise mechanics now. Like I know there's good mechanics out there, but man, the ones I went to that I had really good ratings, it really pissed me off. And I spent thousands of dollars. I think in 1 year, I spent $2 to $3 grand on my car. And I was like, man, I should have just bought a new car. But then again, I don't want a loan. So that's why I went the decision to try to fix the car. And this time going forward, I'm going to do all of it by myself. I'm just going to keep really good maintenance on it. On my Google Calendar, like I always put a reminder of when I need to do a certain maintenance on my car so that I stay on top of it. And hopefully I won't have any more car problems. Like right now it's over 200,000 miles. I hope I could get it to 300,000 miles. It still runs really good. Like a 2011 Toyota Camry still runs really good. I have not really had any huge problems in terms of its driving rights. It's still responsive. It still turns on and it still works really well. So if anything, I will buy that type of car again in the future. But yeah, that's my story about my experience with car mechanics. Try to fix it yourself. Use AI for help. My name is Tony Chan. Like and subscribe if you get value from this video or you enjoyed it. And check out this next video on the end screen if you want to learn more about my life. Appreciate it.